Episode 120. Liu Hao was in agony. He'd actually fallen asleep right there in his chair. If he hadn't nearly slipped to the floor, he had no idea when he'd wake up. He forced himself to keep playing for a while longer, but he just couldn't hold on any longer.
I'm gonna head off and rest. You pros keep at it. Alright, sure. Oh, right, what time are you usually online?
All night, replied Yi. Liu Hao nearly cursed out loud. Isn't that asking him to die? Being a pro player is a job. There's daily training and a ton of other responsibilities, especially for someone like Liu Hao, the deputy captain. Who has time to pull all-nighters gaming every day? Liu Hao cursed under his breath, leaving only a single line.
I don't get many chances to pull all-nighters. But if you're running a dungeon, definitely call me.
Sure, Ye Xiu replied. From start to finish, this guy Ye Xiu hadn't uttered a single sentence longer than 5 words. Liu Hao couldn't even figure out what situation he was in anymore. His brain, fried from exhaustion, had completely shut down. He hastily logged out of the game and crawled straight for the bed. Just as Liu Hao had taken off his clothes, he heard a knock at the door. Get you in.
The boss wants to see you over there.
I'm going, Liu Hao replied, sweat and tears streaming down his face. He had no choice but to put his clothes back on and struggle out of bed. Meanwhile, at Happy Internet Cafe, Ye Xiu wrapped up his training at midnight and got ready to turn in. Changru was on the morning shift today, so she stayed at the front desk, gaming while she worked. Chengguo stood to the side, her face dark. Those two had the nerve to say they knew what they were doing. Then they immediately started playing even more wildly, burning the midnight oil like never before.
So, did you guys break your record or what?
Did you break your record? Chengguo asked. We did, Ye Xiu replied, but someone broke it again this morning. You're not done messing around yet, Tianru added. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it. With that, Ye Xiu went to get some rest. That evening, he logged back in and continued grinding. The Frost Forest dungeon record still proudly bore the name of Excellent Dynasty, but no other guilds came looking for Lord Grimm. Clearly, everyone had had enough of this dungeon. Grinding like this, relying on your own skill is one thing, but you always have to pay a fee. Hiring someone else to do it for you, wouldn't that be a losing proposition? In contrast, the dungeon records for the burial grounds have actually been getting smashed these past few days, but they were all overshadowed by the dazzling competition for the Frost Forest record. By now, the top-tier players in the major guilds had all reached level 27. It was the highest level for the burial grounds. While level 27 doesn't bring a new skill like level 25 does, a new weapon can still provide a qualitative leap. But in a record-setting race where every second counts, even a single level can make a noticeable difference. The current record for the Bone Graveyard dungeon was set by a strong 27-level team. It had stood for quite some time, but Tyrannical Ambition, the guild holding the record, wasn't exactly celebrating either. Because they all knew their record wouldn't stand for long. Lord Grimm, or the expert playing for Excellent Dynasty, could shatter their record at any moment. As for Dynasty, Tyrannical Ambition had no way to guard against them. As for Lord Grimm, Cold Knight was keeping a death grip on his level, but the current record already belonged to their Tyrannical Ambition. Then hire Lord Grimm to come and break their own record. Wouldn't that be a bit of a waste? Nigel hesitated, thinking maybe he should let the other guilds take a crack at it first. Then we can strike back later. But for the other guilds, it's the same. They'd go and ask Lord Grimm to help them break the record. Then they'd hire Lord Grimm to break it themselves. That seems a bit unreasonable. Unless Lord Grimm was being a sneaky, underhanded bastard, deliberately leaving a sliver of room in the previous record. But anyone with half a brain wouldn't do that on purpose. That's a real scumbag move. First, you help one guild set a record, then you take a job from another to break the very record you just made. That's a pretty despicable way to do things. Lord Grimm wouldn't do something like that. No need to guess. We can just ask him when the time comes. It was still early. Cold Night Pool checked his friend list and saw Lord Grimm. He's still at level 25. Ye Xiu was well aware that no guild would hire him to break records until he reached level 27. So, the only option was to level up first. Midnight was approaching, and the dungeon attempts were about to reset. As usual, they messaged to ask if he wanted to run the dungeon. Ye Xiu naturally didn't refuse. It was just for leveling, after all. He wasn't picky about his party. On Tiangqi's side, it was just Tiangqi and Mid-Moon Fatigue again, Qiangshanli and Mu Yingshan. After being active for just 2 days when the new server opened, those two are hardly ever seen online in the wee hours anymore.
Baozi says he's gonna skip the arena for now, Tiangqi said.
Ye Xiu acknowledged, sent a quick message, and logged out of the dungeon. This one was for So Mo Cheng, who had just logged in. Wanna run the dungeon? The next message was for Tang Ru. Both girls acknowledged the invitation. With the 5-man team formed, Tiangqi asked, Brother Zhao, can we break the record? Yeah, we can give it a shot. Ye Xiu checked the dungeon record for the Bone Burial Grounds 25 minutes, 14 seconds, 32 milliseconds, set by Tyrannical Ambition. This current team had the pro, level Ye Xiu and So Mu Cheng, plus Tang Ru, whose mechanics were borderline pro. With TNQ and Mid-Month Slumber, 2 seasoned players, the team was solid, if not top tier. But breaking the record for regular players is still possible. After all, there's no significant gap in gear or skills between level 25 and level 27. They were waiting for the dungeon attempts to reset at midnight, when Ye Xiu suddenly received another message. He saw it was from Lion Sword, the new friend he'd added yesterday, asking, Hey, want to run a dungeon?
Sorry, I've already got a team.
Add me in.
It's really full.
Fuck. Liu Ha was so furious he could have eaten his monitor. He hadn't slept all night, nor in the morning. Around noon, the boss called him in, and he was busy the entire afternoon. He hadn't slept again, only managing to catch a brief nap after dinner. But his obsession with targeting Ye Qiu remained. So, as midnight approached, he forced himself up and logged back in. But the moment he logged on, he was told the party was full. Liu Hao could have killed Ya Qiu right then and there. But there was nothing he could do. He could only stare blankly at the monitor. On Ye Xiu's side, they were keen to set a new dungeon record, even if no one was paying for it. But breaking the record still comes with plenty of rewards. The burial grounds can be tackled starting at level 23. At level 25, these guys have already run it plenty of times. If you're serious about setting a record, you've got to coordinate beyond just the dungeon itself. After Ye Xiu briefly outlined the tactics, the group listened and immediately entered the dungeon. Tiangqi blurted out the moment they entered, his voice a tangled mix of frustration and awe. All because the system had just issued a prompt. Vampire Nightgrow shows signs of reviving. Adventurers, beware of the hidden boss. Running into a hidden boss is what every adventurer dreams of. But once it shows up, any chance of setting a new dungeon record is pretty much gone. This went against their original goal, which was why TNQI let out a frustrated, "Damn it."